Hey there, everybody. This is Jackie Bros.
And this is Dunlap.
And we want to tell you, get over to our other podcast that we do, Redneck Matinee. And the reason you want to do that, we got a brand new one up on the movie Convoy.
It's at all the podcast places. It's about Sam Peckinpah's 1978 trucker epic Convoy starring Chris Christopherson, Ally McGraw, Ernest Borgnine. And in the podcast, we talk about C.W. McCall, George Goober Lindsay.
Oh, yeah.
Double Nickels, Jimmy Carter, Jimmy Coburn.
Coburn, yeah.
Country music charts in 1976, Cocaine.
Yeah.
Yavnak.
Yeah.
Ernest Borgnine's Secret of Longevity, Leonard Nimoy, Mannheim Steamroller, James Earl Jones, Ernest Raps, Do Lions Get Married, and Johnny Cash's Dirty Lake.
There's a lot to learn over on Redneck Matinee. So
that's our motto.
A lot to learn about all of these Southern movies. More than I ever thought I would need to know,
more
to be
than
honest with you.
Want to know.
Well, yeah, but it's still,
That's what podcasts are all about. That's Redneck Matinee over everywhere where the podcasts come at you from.
And now you're listening to the Red State Update where we scream at the president. And then there's another one we're affiliated with called 100 Ways to Love a Cat.
Yeah, we're affiliated
with that one, yeah. And if you enjoy all those and say, hell, I'd like to hear one more podcast by these two, well, you can if you go over to a Patreon page, and for $5...
Patreon.
Huh?
It's Patreon.
What? Oh, well, $5 a month is going to get you an extra podcast, 20 extra minutes with Jackie and Dunlap us sitting here.
How many podcasts is that?
It's one.
It's four.
Two.
I
didn't
okay. mean you to really count it up.
Well, I couldn't. Yeah, that's
offhand.
four of them. One of which you get if you give $5 for it. Yeah.
So if you like screaming at the president, fake local sponsors. If you like talking about old movies based on trucking, CB radios, or dirt roads and stuff like that. If you like things about cats. If you like us talking for 20 extra minutes, and there's a podcast for whatever you like, if those are the things you like.
Yeah.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home Red State Update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, everybody listening in today. Glad you listened. Glad to hear from you. My name is Jackie Bros.
Folks, people, this is Dunlap, the Dirt Nap. It's good to be in your presence on this Sunday morning or Saturday morning.
Saturday. And
coming at you a little late this week, but think about this, Jackie. If we had come at the people the time we normally do on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, if we weren't lazy and indifferent, hear this out, then you wouldn't hear us today talking about that Roger Stone happening.
Yep.
Nancy Pelosi whipping the president's butt. Wouldn't be able to hear about that.
Yep.
And, of course, that government shutdown. You would have heard about that because that's been going on for a day, a month or longer, yeah.
But we wouldn't have had... Jackie yesterday was having one of the best days I've ever seen him have. He just... From Roger Stone getting elected to the President of the United States.
He didn't get elected. He got elected. Yeah, the FBI elected him for something else, but it wasn't. No, he wasn't elected. They went to his house and just jerked him up out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess arrested and elected are kind of the same words these days.
These days, yeah. What's the difference? Yeah.
Did he get arrested and I got elected? Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Well, it does it? Because you could ask a couple of different questions.
No, they arrested him. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it just seems like the pool of people we're drawing from.
Go either way in any minute.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's history for you right there.
And I guess we're coming up on a time where you get arrested, then elected.
That's, yeah.
Rogers, can you run for president from jail?
I don't know if there's rules against that or not.
Like, if Roger Stone wanted to run, like, let's say Trump was like, I'm out. And Roger Stone's like, I'll throw my hat in this ring, my weird Batman villain hat in his ring. Could he do that from a federal penitentiary?
Well, he could certainly just say that. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put nothing past that man, but I don't know. Yeah.
So let me start over. Jackie was having a great day yesterday when Roger Stone got arrested and the president caved to Nancy Pelosi.
Yep. Yeah, well, I didn't know that was going to happen. I'll be honest, because he's half crazy. I don't know what he's going to do. I figured Mitch McConnell would eventually have to do something about it, which I'm assuming what's happened. They're about to shut down some airports, and that was the last straw. Plus, on top of that, you had people like Wilbur Ross saying, why the hell would anybody be on the food line? Go get you a loan at the bank. And then who else was it? Him, and then this other fella worked for the administration said, these people aren't. He said that they were volunteering to work, which is not the case, because if they get fired, if they don't show up and get fired, then they lose a damn job. But he was saying, well, they're sticking it out for the president. That's why they're showing up to work. But that ain't true. And a couple of them said something else.
Well, the president said, I think what Wilbur Ross meant was like, just go down to the store and they'll work with you. Just say, I just need a line of credit on these groceries during this shutdown.
Yep.
Like everybody's working together during this shutdown.
Go talk to your landlord's going to pitch in, do his part, and not accept rent from you for a month or two. Yeah.
What's our old friend Dr. Ben Carson? They caught him out there talking to doing actual HUD work. I think talking to homeless people. Unless he'd gotten lost and was trying to get directions, but I think he was out there trying to get information from homeless people, and they caught him and they asked him about the shutdown. He said, well, people need to put their egos aside. Then later, of course, they clarified that he meant the Democrats, but when he was talking, it sure sounded like he meant everybody. So that's a good. He must not going to be in the administration much longer.
No, I don't think so.
If he's doing actual work and he's criticizing the president, then he's not long for that position.
I can't see him. Anybody working for him is not long for that position.
That's a good point.
It don't matter who you are or what you did. But yeah, all those things combined, just they finally said, hell, we're just going to open the government up now. And when he said it, and I didn't watch this because I try not to watch it much, but I heard about it and read about it. When he got up there and made the big announcement, big speech, Jared Kushner and Pence over to the side up clapping. Like, he's trying to be a hero by opening the damn government up. No one should get praise for that. No one should get praise for opening the damn, unless the country has been blown up to pieces, there's nothing left, and he manages to put it back together or something like that. Maybe. But that's his damn job. And he's the one that shut it damn down. You shut it damn down. He did it. It's on TV. It's on the video. That's what another thing I think. Every time he started getting mad at them, you just turn around and play the damn, I own this. This is mine. I'm doing it. I ain't going to blame you. I mean, he's a damn idiot.
The GOP, the national GOP Twitter account, tweeted today, Democrats have held our government hostage for weeks, but thanks to President Trump's leadership, the government will reopen and federal workers will be paid in the next few days.
Well, that's regardless. I don't want to gloat about that or anything. I'm just glad people are getting paid, first and foremost, politics aside, which it should always stay aside concerning that, which it didn't. That politics should not, if whoever, Democrats take over again, whatever, somebody better make a damn law with it, but they can't do that to people no more. There ain't no reason for that. All your checks get held up too. It's partial. The partial shutdown is just when, these people that do the hard work that everybody needs done, that they don't get paid, but you sitting on your butt, and this go for Democrat and Republican both, sitting on your butt, In this particular case, Democrats have to say, he just shut it down. They did. What were they supposed to do? Give him, according to him, give him $5 billion for something that don't make any sense. It ain't going to do nothing. Nothing, good or bad, nothing. It's going to stand there and has his name on it. That's it.
He's still going to shut it down again, or he's going to do the emergency,
state of
emergency and try to build the wall that way.
Oh, yeah. It's funny this time around, even though people saying, well, he caved, he lost, all that, Fox was a little bit softer on him this time because they know, hell, if we do what we did last time, he'll close it down again, the numbers will keep going down. They're trying to protect him now, saying, well, he lost the battle on this, but he's going to win the war. Oh, hell, I tell you what, that Nancy Pelosi playing checkers while Trump is playing chess. No. None of that's true. None at all. But y'all keep saying that. Whatever you got to do, that's fine.
If he shuts down if he does a state of emergency for the wall, that seems like a thing that could help him. Because they'll sue him, right? That'll go to court.
That'll be held up in the court. I always wanted them to do that first time. So fine, put people back to work, let them do that, because that'll be tied up in courts till it gets to the Supreme Court sometime.
If that lasts a year or two, that gets him to the 2020 campaign. You got to get me reelected.
Yeah.
So we can get this wall built.
Yeah.
Like he can't
could
fold
figure
on
that.
the wall until 2020.
He could have figured that out before he shut the government down and just tried to do that, and people wouldn't have had to, they don't know what they're doing. They don't have an out game. They don't have a game. There ain't no strategy to this. It's a crazy man saying he wants to build a crazy thing with a lot of money.
In the Bible, when Noah was crazy,
Yeah.
and he built his boat,
He was drunk, too.
crazy and drunk.
Yeah.
At least that floated. And then the rains come and he saved all the animals. Well, see, that's not going to happen in this case.
No.
Because the wall don't float and Trump hates animals. If they're not on a bun from a fast food restaurant, Trump could care less.
No, he don't want to be around anything.
I mean, I'm trying to think of another situation where a crazy person built a crazy thing and it worked out for everybody.
Well, no, you're right about that.
I don't know what happened when they built Castle Grayskull. I'm sure somebody was like, and you walk into the skull's mouth.
What is it?
I'm sure at some point somebody thought that was weird. A little tube goth.
What are you talking about?
You mean He-Man?
What is it?
Remember He-Man and the Masters of the Universe? Skeletor?
No.
Skullface?
What is it? TV show, movie, what is it? I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Cartoon from the 80s.
I ain't gonna watch no damn cartoons, especially from the 80s. The only cartoons worth watching is the one made back in the 40s, except for the racist ones. You can skip over those. There's a few where Bugs Bunny don't do nothing racist in, and those are the ones I'm talking about.
You don't remember me running around the store with a broom going by, I have the power.
I remember you running around acting like an idiot with broom handle, whatever else. I don't know. How am I supposed to associate that with something I don't know.
By the power of Grayskull.
No.
Thundercats. You remember that one?
Nope. Cartoons, Shmoo. I remember Shmoo and Beetle Bailey. I don't know, I don't know a bunch of cartoons. Mickey Mouse, there's one.
I mean, how Beetle Bailey's doing now. How was he affected by the government shutdown? Did the military get paid? When they shut down the government and people don't get paid, you pay this. I guess you pay the soldiers, right? There must be.
Partial shutdown. Coast Guard didn't get paid.
How do they pick?
It ain't my job, thank God, to pick who don't get paid over something stupid. I mean, there shouldn't be a job for that. People should just work and get paid for it.
Because if you're a temp, if you're a contractor, you ain't getting no back pay.
Supposedly
you just lost a bunch of money.
Now, Doug Jones, a good Southern fella, I have to say, now he's proposing some legislation that's going to give all the government workers a pay with interest, and that goes for the contract people too. So if you'd like to see that happen, if you want to help people out, he says, Doug Jones, and this ain't an endorsement, I'm just saying it's a good idea. I don't care where idea come from. If it's good, it's good. He said, contact your local legislators, all this stuff, and tell them about that Doug Jones bill, whatever it's called. But make sure people get the money that's due to them. Yeah, contractors, you spend. I mean, yeah, there ain't no hope for them, so they need something done. Hopefully Doug Jones do it, and if he can't get it done, somebody else will.
You put money on your credit card, I mean, you're out the interest on that.
Yep.
Like you're losing money. If you work for the government, you're losing money.
Very much.
Those FBI agents that arrested Roger Stone did it for free.
For free. Well,
I mean, I would do it for free.
Yeah. You signed me up for that, yeah. Somebody had to sign off on that, too. Somebody had to say, because Paul Manafort, you call and talk to his lawyer, all right, he'll show up. You have to turn in yourself by now. He gets to put a suit on, show up. Why didn't they do that with Roger Stone? Somebody made a conscious decision, no, we're going to we're sending them out. They're going to go on along. They're going to get, somebody made that decision. I think Whitaker had to approve that at least. I know he did. So Trump stooge in there had to see that, and well, I guess that's the only way you can do it. You guys do it. Of course, he probably scared as hell of Mueller anyway. He scared Mueller's investigating him on being a con man.
What do you think Roger Stone's house looks like?
I don't know.
Just a bunch of hats on mannequins?
I wouldn't want to go over there. I wouldn't want to find out. Roger Stone, I think he's enjoying this a little bit because now he gets to be on TV all the time. He went on, what's the crazy man that screams? That's not real TV, thank God. Info Wars.
Oh, Alex Jones.
Yeah, he got to go on there and scream and holler. Got to go on CNN, scream and holler. So, yeah. He just look at this more publicity, probably like the president does, yeah. I'd say they're the most alike out of all this bunch, because some people are like, how could he put up a Trump? Oh, how could anybody? Seem like Stone and Trump are very similar in a lot of ways.
Like how so? Like what are they?
Well, idiots, full of themselves, love to be on, want attention constantly. Those two things, definitely that right there. I'm sure Roger Stone got money. I don't know. He riches. Trump ain't got money like people think he does. He talks a bigger story than it is. So maybe they are about the same. I don't know.
One thing that we did not get to see that I thought we might be headed towards was Trump like banging on the door, trying to get in to do the State of the Union.
Yeah, are they going to have that now, I guess? Since
I don't know. When they opened up the government, I guess I thought, now it does State of the Union. But as of now, I don't think she's invited him to do the State of the Union.
If he caves in just so he can give his little speech and she don't let him do it, she got to come up with a reason to do it. But at this point, does she? At this point, does she need a reason? So I don't want to hear it.
If she said, I don't want to hear it, she could run for president. But people get, that'll happen, then there'll be a Democrat in and the Republican House go, we don't need to hear this shit either.
Yeah.
Or is that something we shouldn't worry about? A lot of times I think, well, they're just going to do this to the Democrats. When the Democrats get to be president, they're all going to treat the Democrat president like they're Trump when they're just probably just a normal Democrat, which, But maybe we shouldn't worry about that. Or are they just going to do this to us? It's not going to be Trump in there, so It can't be this bad.
No.
Maybe we should worry about that when the time comes.
Plus, I don't care if he gives a speech or not. If it hurts his feelings, that's kind of funny to me, but I ain't going to listen to it.
I got pretty good at ignoring him right now.
So, you want to watch State of the Union? Hell no. Why would I watch that? It's going to be the same stuff I've heard him say over and over again.
I'll be honest, sitting here going over this stuff right now on this podcast, I'm having to remember a lot of stuff I blocked out.
I'm doing my best to do the same here, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I said, I'm not going to pay attention to this. I should have thought at the time, but I am going to have to talk on the podcast about it, so maybe I should. I can't spend every week going I can't do it no more.
Half of me needs to keep up what's going on to make sure the country's still together. Are we still a country? What's happening now? I need to get on, flipping on news just enough to realize that things still seem to be,
If you take, like, an Ambien and you get, like, 10 hours sleep, when you wake up, everything could be different.
Yeah, these days, yeah.
Like, if you oversleep for, like, 2 hours and you get up, like, I think Roger Stone, like, oh, what happened to Roger Stone? He say something stupid. No, they arrested him. Like, that's what happened yesterday. Like, he is gone.
This government shutdown sure is awful. I had nightmares about it the whole time I slept. Oh, it's over.
The real scandal here, of course, is that CNN was tipped off by the deep state to get their cameras out there.
You couldn't hardly see anything. It's dark and all this. So, makes I think, what didn't they say it was journalism? Now, hell, I don't know. It's hard to say journalism and CNN in the same sentence. But, yeah, the president accused them of being in on deep state getting them there, and they said, no, sir, this is journalism, which I guess if you did read some of the stuff Mueller put out, the stuff that you allowed to read, it kind of pointed, they said anyway.
I didn't know that they actually had journalists there, though.
Yeah. They got people who can sit outside somebody's house for 2 or 3 days. Oh, they got that.
That's true.
You don't need journalists. That's all you need. Give them a camera.
That's it. I guess that's it. Like, there's reporters who don't get to do nothing because Rick Santorum's on there kissing Trump's ass. So, like, while that was happening, I guess they had reporters out just sitting in front of Roger Stone's house.
Which Roger Stone ain't got no problem with that at all. He'd probably invite him in. They could have got an exclusive from the inside. He'd come on here. You want to do? I'll do an interview. Now, he says he ain't gonna give false witness toward the president. He ain't gonna flip it. He gonna stand tall. He gonna get through it. We'll see.
You think he thinks he's gonna get pardoned?
Well, from what I understand, even if I do pardon him, he still got it. Like, once you pardon, you're basically admitting your guilt. Well, I did this, and now they're going to pardon me. So from then on, if they call you to testify anywhere, you have to show up. So he could pardon him, and then but can he get in more trouble at that? Because he'd perjure himself if they called him in or something. You said you was guilty about this. How much more trouble can he get in? How many times can you pardon somebody? And it once should take care of it. You don't ever have to go. But so I don't know. I ain't a lawyer. And I'm far from being a good Nashville lawyer, so I don't know. Right now, there was a time, though, I tell you what, Trump could have pardoned Manafort, and people, sure, people be out in the streets a little bit, but, we would have moved on from that for the next horrible thing 3 days later, whatever it may be. But I tell you what, I think that time passed because his numbers are so down in the toilet because of this shutdown. Anything he does right now is going to be twice as bad as it would have been a few months back or whatever. So right now, he definitely better not pardon either one of these fellas.
Usually you're a new president and you come in and you have a little political capital and you spend that on something you want to spend it on, like, I don't know, Obama and the health care. But Trump just kind of spent all his on being a dumbass. Like, if you're just a dumbass, and this is why maybe people don't elect dumbasses and they elect, like, actual politicians. Even if that politician you think is a dumbass, like you hate Obama or you think you hate George W. Bush, they're at least actual politicians who come in with plans and things they want to accomplish.
Yeah.
And like, we can get this done. You come in, you have that goodwill, those high polls at the beginning. You try to get something done. You see where things happened before the re-election. But Trump just come in being a dumbass, which made him popular.
People enjoy him being a dumbass, evidently.
Got him elected. But you don't get to accomplish anything because everything, all your capital and goodwill goes to just defending a dumbass. People get tired of that eventually.
It got to be lots of conservative pundits that are pulling their hair out regularly. Like, we need this done. People who really want to do stuff with a conservative agenda, even outside of all the racist stuff. Just, and then they can't do nothing. First, you can't get in to talk to him, and then number two, he going to do, you talk to him all day and night and make a deal with him. He'll forget it and do something the opposite the next day. That's the thing about Democrats as well. You need to negotiate. You need to sit down. Why would you sit down and negotiate with a crazy person? Because he literally contradicts himself within, minutes. He's contradicted himself in one sentence numerous times. How can you do anything on good faith? Somebody lies that much. You can't. And I wasn't the biggest Nancy Pelosi fan, but, she's doing exactly what I would do in that situation. I'm just not going to pay attention,
It's all wrestling. It's when when your enemies gang up to beat another enemy, that's sort of a face turn. Is that a thing? I need to read more
good
wrestling
guys,
blogs.
bad guy, good guy. Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Or to put it in He-Man terms, it'd be like Hordak, where you might have He-Man and Skeletor on the same side of some issues. I guess that's where we're at now, Jackie. I'm He-Man, and Nancy Pelosi is Skeletor, and we've come together because Trump is such a dumbass Hordak.
I don't know what that means except for Pelosi and dumbass. So that's it. President.
Charitably, she could be She-Ra.
Who?
She could be She-Ra.
Who?
Nancy Pelosi could be She-Ra.
I don't know what that is.
You don't remember the skeleton-faced blue man?
I seen skeletons before. Yeah, every Halloween put up people blue skeletons.
You don't remember He-Man who had a blonde page boy, super muscular, no shirt, just sort of like some fur briefs. He was sort of squatted down, really strong arms. You don't remember?
This is for children?
You don't remember Orko?
Orcos. Oh, that's a whale. Yeah, I remember that. Orco, killer whale. Yeah,
no,
took down
he's
a boat.
I guess he's sort of like a wizard. And training, was he a race of Orcos? I can't.
Wizard and training, that's Harry Potter right there. I know what that is. He's training all those movies.
It's sort of like Harry Potter in disguise, maybe, where you never see his face or legs. Maybe we should do that'd be a good podcast, right? People would watch that, like a redneck matinee, only we watch He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoons.
I'd watch one. I don't know what it is. It doesn't sound like something I'd like. I'll be honest with you.
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. So I don't know. I think you'd like. I think you'd probably like Battle Cat. Being grumpy, he rides around on a big cat.
All right. But a cat rides on a cat?
No. He-Man rides on a cat.
Why?
When he's not Prince Adam.
All right. I don't need
it's
to hear
a
more of
big
this.
cat. It's like a tiger, a green tiger.
All right.
Man-at-Arms.
Who?
Man-E Faces.
I don't know what any of this is.
They had a lot of snakes that squirted water.
Squirting water?
I'd have to go back and refresh my memory on some of this, I'll be honest.
Hey, everybody, this Jackie Bowles still on here talking.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap. Welcome to the second part of the Red State Update podcast. Sometimes that's the part where we yell about Trump. Sometimes that's the part where we do local Murfreesboro sponsors, and that's what we're doing today. All the great local businesses here in the geographic center of the great green state of Tennessee. Middle Tennessee, to be specific. That's Murfreesboro. We should talk to the Chamber of Commerce because I think we've been doing a lot of good for Murfreesboro and in getting a word out about Murfreesboro and bringing people into Murfreesboro, making it a vacation destination here in Murfreesboro.
What are they going to do about it if we tell them? Thanks?
Maybe give us a check.
They ain't going to do that.
Well, what I'm saying, we go in and say, hey, we've been doing this. Say, well, why don't we give you $100?
$25 is how much, for each sponsor.
But it's on top of that.
Can you do commercials for parts of government? I guess so. I thought there's rules against that.
Like we go in, we just like, hey, we've been doing all this. Why don't you give us some money for it?
I ain't gonna go ask the Chamber of Commerce for damn money.
Are they is that the government? Are they government?
I don't know what it is. I don't know. You one brought it up. I don't know the first thing about none of it.
Well, we got to just find out what they are and how much money they got, and then we're going to be sitting pretty.
All right, we'll figure it out. Well, I tell you what, I got a good sponsor. Bringing them back, coming back. Third time's charm. I tell you what, this is something else. If him
How many times have we done this?
Huh?
How many times have we done your sponsors? Just 3?
I think 3, yeah.
Seems like more than that, but
no,
go ahead.
I mean, I'm just saying, it definitely past 3 ones, yeah. I don't know. There's more than that. But I tell you what, it's a delicious treat. It's something you're going to enjoy. It's Z-H. Peppermint black-eyed peas. Your cat's going to love it, going to get in it, going to have a good time. Tell you what, if you got a dog, wants to have fun too, but can't enjoy it for the cats, then they got all animal black-eyed peppermint peas. And dogs will eat it, but they don't seem to enjoy it as much as cats. That's what I've heard. But that's all animal black-eyed peppermint peas. And it's for all of our webbed, gilled, four-footed, and feathered friends.
But not cats.
Well, the regular one's for cats, I think.
And people?
Yeah. This one's all animal. They may or should have, just to be more specific, all animal, but people and cats. I think that'd make it a little clearer, but it ain't my job to tell them how to run the business. They're doing a fine business. People enjoy the product. People love it. But if you don't need either one of those, I'll tell you what you do want. You want some of that Super Brain black-eyed peppermint peas. And that is for... Give me a second here. I just lost it. I was in the middle. I don't have this written down. I'm trying to remember it. I had it memorized. What
was it?
Well, it's Super Brain black-eyed peppermint peas, and I was going to... it makes you operate faster brain-wise than 1,000,000 mega computers. And say goodbye to the privacy of memory. This is for enhanced... What is it? Pondering, figuring, and recollecting. That Super Brain black-eyed peppermint peas. You want to get down the store and get you some of that. It sounds like we all need a little bit of that. I guess I need to eat some more because I
thought you were doubling down on it.
Well, I was. So I guess I got to triple down. I guess once you get a taste of it, your brain needs a whole lot to keep on running away. I'm up there in age, too, so I'd say for the elderly, eat twice as much.
What was the part about the... Say goodbye to the... I know there was a part about the operate at the mega computer.
Oh, yeah,
level.
it operate faster brain-wise than 1,000,000 mega computers, and then say goodbye to the privacy of memory.
Why? That's the part that I was curious about, because what do you think that means? It sounds like...
It's on the label.
Because a lot of people are saying, and I know this sounds crazy, but a lot of people have been saying that they feel like, because this by far is the most popular of the new flavors. Everybody wants to improve.
Everybody wants Super Brain black-eyed pepper peas, yeah.
But a lot of people are saying that they feel like giant chunks of their memory have been lifted out of their brain parts. And this is the word on the street. If you're in the market for some anecdotal, a lot of people are saying that they just feel like they've lost giant chunks of their memories.
That's crazy talk. How do you do that? That don't make any sense.
Well, I don't know. How do you make somebody remember more?
You eat Super Brain black-eyed peppermint peas, it gets enhanced pondering, figuring, and recollecting. Like, I'm assuming that does something to your memory,
They
right?
just can't feel... They feel like they've been robbed of certain parts of their... And then also they feel like... And maybe this is an accident. Maybe this is just people being obsessed with these cats. But they feel like they've gotten some of the memories of the cats.
What?
Now, folks, maybe you need to go back and listen to it.
That don't make any sense. You said something about that. Like, that don't make any sense, remembering being the cat.
Because the Z and H black-eyed peppermint
Z-H, not and. Z-H.
Well, who was Z and H?
Another, they're not on the up and up. That's another company entirely.
ZH. What did they do?
This Z, it's not Z H. It's not ZNH. It's Z-H.
Okay.
That's who I'm talking about. If you want to talk about those other people, go right ahead, but they ain't got a damn thing to do with Z-H.
It's just it would be easy to change a name. I mean, it's easy. Especially when you don't have a name.
Why should they change their name because of somebody else's business being? It was somebody else that did the bad things, not them. Why should they? They haven't done anything wrong at all. Why should they change their name for not having done anything wrong at all?
Sometimes that's just the way it goes in this country.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people do bad things. Let me ask you a question, Jackie. If your name right now was R. Kelly, would you change that name?
What is it?
If your name was Donald J. Trump and you were walking around, hey, I'm Don Trump, people would be like, but you would either get unwarranted praise and attention from idiots, or you would get spit upon.
Depending on where you're at. I guess.
Depending on where you're at, yeah. Like some people might want to change their name to Don J. Trump.
How many babies do you think have been named after him already since 2 years in office?
There are a shit ton of Reagans. There are a shit ton of Reagans.
Yeah. How many little Trump Jr.? How many people are going to name a child after that?
It's my daughter Trump. It's my son Donald. It's my daughter Trump. It's my dog Roger Stone. Ha! A true Trump fan would never own a dog.
That's right, yeah. No, ain't going to be nowhere near no animals.
I'm just saying. Weren't there a lot of Hitlers in America, and then Hitler come out, and people were like, well, I guess I'm Smith now. Or is that just a myth, an urban legend?
I don't know.
That mustache, though, took a hit.
Don't see those anymore, yeah.
Were there a bunch of those around?
And Charlie Chaplin had one, looked like an idiot, and then Hitler.
Because this could be like 40 years from now, people saying, like, and that Donald Trump hairstyle never was popular again. But there's only one of them.
I don't know how anybody else.
And even people who like him are not really in favor of the hairstyle.
No.
People that voted for Trump, it ain't because of the hair.
No.
It's the racism. So, I'm just telling you what the word on the street is, Jackie. Some people, maybe they've just been caught up on this fad here in Murfreesboro where every cat has become used to slurping down that Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas, growing their long, silky, white, cinnamon, peppermint-scented. It's different. You think cinnamon and peppermint are the same scent, but they're not.
No, it's different. Yeah.
Peppermint-scented beards. Every cat is like that here in Murfreesboro, and people shoot them with their phones, and they watch them play and frolic and eat them black-eyed peas and lick the black-eyed peas off other cats' long, silky peppermint-scented beards. So when they say that they feel like they've gotten the cat's memories, I'm like, you just remembering all the iPhone videos you took a cat. They're like, no, I remember being a cat down on the ground eating the black-eyed peas like all cats do.
How you remember being a cat? This is a bunch of bull.
I think that Z-H, by my eating what's it called? The Super Brain?
Super Brain black-eyed peppermint peas.
Which they tell me right there on the label, say goodbye to the privacy of memory, that I entered into some kind of ill-advised contract with Z-H, Super Brain, peppermint black-eyed peas.
Black-eyed peppermint peas.
Black-eyed peppermint peas. And that they've gained access to my memory, and for some reason, they've taken chunks of it out, and then maybe through some sort of mishap, maybe they're still figuring out the system, I accidentally received cat memories. Almost like if they had experimented on the memories of cats.
Listen to what you're saying. None of this makes any sense. No.
You think back to what ZH has done before.
ZH did some terrible things. Yes, ZH and Z and H. Yes. This is Z-H, something completely different. Look, just to say goodbye to the privacy of memory, that's just a saying, like a sponsor thing. It's like what Tony Tiger said. It's great, you know. It's just something on the label. It's just a catchy thing. It ain't, you know.
Let me just tell you what I think is happening, Jackie. Give me 1 second. Here's what I think is happening. And I'm going to start this with some anecdotal evidence of my own. I woke up yesterday while you were thrilling to Trump's loss to Pelosi and Roger Stone getting arrested. I woke up about 4 p.m., a little late for me, but nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah, ain't that late.
And I awoke from a beautiful dream. I was reliving, Jackie. It was almost as if I were back there myself. One of the best days I ever had. I can remember it so clearly. We'd gone to the store. Daddy was watching me. Mama was at Granny's. They were having some difficulties. And I asked him for this Betty and Veronica comic book, and he bought it for me. And he didn't say nothing like he usually did, where it was either awkward, him standing there and saying, "Oh, yeah, Betty and Veronica, huh? You want a piece of that?" "Yeah, let me look at this for a second."
Oh.
Or the other way, "Oh, Betty and Veronica, what's the matter with you? Ain't they got no football-playing superheroes? Ain't they like a damn Batman who goes deer hunting? What, you gonna draw some fashion tips out and mail it to Betty and Veronica?" "All right, give it to me." He let me
You
have it.
sound just like your daddy when you're doing that. The sitting all sound just like him. Yeah.
"Hey, let me get this Betty and Veronica comic book. Let me get 2 bags of pork rinds, a thing of French onion dip, a big 2-liter RC, a box of Little Debbie Star Crunches." I don't know what he must have either just got paid or stole something. He got a lot of beer for himself.
Well, he used to do that. It somehow come into some money. I didn't always question it, but yeah, he did. For everybody in here gets a beer, whatever, when he's in one of those moods, yeah.
Because he was like, "You want this Josie and the Pussycats too?" I was like, "Yeah." "One of these ill-advised Katie Keene relaunches?" I said, "Sure." Like, "Who's this for?" He didn't really get into the Katie Keene thing. It was just, but I piled it on there. Whatever you got. And then I had this big sack. He had all the beer, and then I had like all these sacks of things, and we went home. And he went out into the shed and passed out. Mama wasn't there, and I just spread out reading my Betty and Veronica. Hilarious adventures of Riverdale's favorite gals. Dipping them pork rinds in that French onion dip. Chasing it down with a Star Crunch in that RC. Just rolling around. Fat, imagining myself calling up Veronica, going, "Hey, what you doing? Where's Smithers?"
Yeah.
Eating that Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas. And then I woke up from that dream just so happy and so hungry. I was like, I got to get down to the store and get me some more of that Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas. So I went down to Kroger, National Grocery Store chain Kroger, and I grabbed me some of them Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas, and I took them home, and I ate them up, and I remembered the wonderful art of Mr. Dan DiCarlo, and then I was like, "Oh, I wish I'd gotten some more black-eyed peppermint peas," because so I threw the cans away in the garbage, and then I was like, "Hey, this garbage is pretty full," so I lifted the can and spilled that, tore on. I need to get a new garbage. A lot of times I just I take the garbage out instead of taking it outside. I just set it next to the can.
Yeah.
Get 3 or 4 of those, and then you're like, "Well, time to take these out." Whatever's leaking out of it just collects there. So, but it snagged on the can. I guess I need to get me a new can. That's why that's my excuse for leaving them bags out there, because there's just tore up plastic part that snags. Anyway, all these cans from Z-H, black-eyed peppermint peas spilled. I don't remember eating any of those.
Well, they're good. I know when.
And then I looked through my receipts from Kroger. I'd been to Kroger 6 times already that day. And they didn't have black-eyed peppermint peas when my daddy passed out in that shed.
Well, that's true, yeah.
None of this makes any sense. So if you ask me what Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas is doing, is they're implanting happy memories of black-eyed peppermint peas in our happiest time memories so that we associate them with wonderful moments in our lives, and we remember them, and we wake up starving for these black-eyed peppermint peas, and then they're taking out the parts where we've already gone to the store and bought a bunch of black-eyed peppermint peas, and then that they're... I think... What was I saying?
Something about black-eyed peppermint peas and how delicious they are and how, they taste good. I never thought I'd like that taste mixed together.
Me either.
But I tell you what, that Super Brain black-eyed peppermint peas, I can eat it all day.
Oh, man, some of my favorite memories are of Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas.
It's delicious, yeah.
Let's
I've enjoyed
hurry
it every
up.
time I've eaten it, yeah.
Finish this and go down to National Supermarket chain Kroger
All
and
right.
get us some black-eyed peppermint peas.
I can eat some more. If they got a couple left upstairs, we can eat that on the way to the store to get some more. That sounds good. Man. So that's all animal black-eyed peppermint peas for all of our web, grill, gilled, four-footed, feathered friends. That's Super Brain, my favorite, Super Brain black-eyed peas. Peppermint peas for enhanced pondering, figuring, and recollection. And then, of course, there's always Tony O.
All right.
The Italian-style black-eyed peppermint
What is
peas.
Italian style?
It's just, it's got a little zip to it or something, a little...
It's a little zesty.
Zesty, yeah, that's the word I look for, yeah.
That's their least popular of these new flavors.
I'll be honest, I hadn't tried it because once I started eating that Super Brain black-eyed peppermint peas, why would you eat any other kind?
Who is Tony O's?
What do you mean, who is
Who
it?
is it supposed to be?
It's like Chef Boyardee or something like that. I don't know if it's real or not.
So, mouse collection, Jackie. You remember about Koi Pompolo mouse collection and the tragedy that happened there last week?
Well, cat ate some of his. Not the regular mice that he killed because they are dead. The cat ate some of the collectible.
About 300
yeah.
of he called them leads, understudies, and chorus mice that he was prepping for the Mousetown Follies, that he plucked from the mice he goes to collect from your house by killing them.
Yeah.
He found like real star material mice to put on this little show, and unfortunately he had them. It's on the security camera. He closed the door like time to go home, said Koi Pompolo, who runs mouse collection. Closed the door, and a cat, an old-fashioned cat, old-timey cat, somehow, mysteriously, still unaffected, obviously has somehow never
Hadn't eaten any of it, yeah.
Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas.
No little beard on that one, huh?
No beard, not only hungry for peas, as the rest of the cats in Murfreesboro are, hungry for mice. And he had all night till Koi Pompolo come back to open up again, where he scampered off just full of little bones and costumes. And he ate all them mice. And it really was tragic. They had 300 little funerals with Koi Pompolo.
He'd been training them little mice to do this little show and everything, and I was looking forward to seeing it because I like any kind of animal show, but little mice doing a little show, that's a shame.
They had one that was dressed up like old Codger Mouse, dressed up like Jackie Broles. What a shame. What a
Sweet.
loss.
Yeah.
And now, after being completely devastated and going through all those funerals and worried about his future, because this was what he had been building towards. He says, I cannot wait to stop killing mice so that I can just do my show.
He's just doing that for a living to make ends meet. Yeah. His heart was in his art, as he says, yeah.
And to come and to have those mice killed, what a tragic irony. But here's a happy irony. He caught that old-timey cat.
What?
He set up a trap He said, you know what? When life kills all your mice, you make lemonade. So he caught that cat. He set up a trap. You know you can catch cats in traps. They got cat traps.
Yeah.
If you want to catch some feral cats and get them, you know, so that they can't get up to their business and make more feral cats. I feel like I'm doing a public service announcement, but go ahead. Get some of these. I think a lot of places will do it for free, and then you release them back out, and then they can't, you know, make a bunch of kittens.
Yeah.
So everybody should do that as a new hobby.
Catch feral cats, get them fixed, set them back out.
Just a way to pass the time.
Oh, yeah.
And it helps out. But he used one of them traps to catch Old Timey Cat. Now, this is a cat. Do you remember even what cats used to be like? Because it's hard. My brain gets foggy when I try to think back to cats like this. Because
you say cat out loud, all I can think of is a little sweet-smelling peppermint beard on it, and rolling and frolicking and playing.
Well, that's the thing. Cats used to not have one of them beards.
That's true.
They used to not eat black-eyed peas at all, I think, unless they got tricked.
Well, I think I like them better now with those little beards. Because once you see a cat with a little beard, it's like, oh, cats should have always had a little beard. We were missing out for years and years.
Well, me too, and I think most people feel the same way, Jackie, but there is still this curiosity, this morbid curiosity about what cats used to be like. Now, they say curiosity killed the cat, is the old saying. But don't get curious and come down here with violence on your mind, because Koi Pond Puddle has grown fond of this strange mutant kitty.
Yeah.
If you come down and you're startled by what you see, by this cat, he's using the stages. Let me explain. He's using the stages he had set up for the Mousetown Follies, and he's converted it so that people can come with their morbid curiosity and see what a cat used to be like. The cat paces on top of a fence. He stands up and caterwauls. He eats fish bones. He scratches and hisses and meows.
Just like old cats used to.
Just like an old-timey cat used to do. Now, some people are startled by this and horrified. He's had some people in the early runs of this show, which is, the show is called Come See Old Timey Cat. Some people stand up and yell, "Get it! Blasphemer!" So he's hired security. So you don't come in to Mouse Collection to see Old Timey Cat and start yelling shit at this cat, because the security, very aggressive. They will slap.
Well, people like cats the way they are now. They don't like them like how they used to be. You can understand people being upset a little bit. Like, somebody fix this cat immediately. This is pitiful that you let him.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
It's shocking. And it people are concerned for the cat. They want to take it and force feed it peas so that it gets a beard.
Yeah.
Sometimes people see this cat and they're like, "Oh my God, what have I been doing?" And they start going through their wallets and they're like, "I've got like 70 receipts in here for Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas." And they seem confused, and they stagger out into the night trying to recreate the past couple of weeks. All sorts of different reactions. But if this is something that it's sort of like an old-timey freak show, just sort of the darkest parts of history and anatomy and the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
If you want to go see, but Koi Pond Puddle is really taken with this cat. I think it's sort of one of those things where, when you lose a pet or 300 and then you get a new one and you really bond with it real quick. I think that's what's happened. He's real protective of it.
Well, yeah.
And you want to come see it real quick, because he says he's getting all these like cease and desist letters from Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas, which I'm like, why would they care about an old-timey cat? He says he doesn't know, but he says it's something about them owning the trademark on cats and memories and peas.
I don't know what they'd have to do. He should be able to have any kind of cat he wants, as long as, it's within, an adequate size where it couldn't hurt nobody. he should be able to have whatever cats. I don't know why Z-H is doing that.
That's what I said. I said, I don't see why they would even want to come down. Like, to me, I would say that that's something, like, I don't know if suspicious or like, what was I trying to say? We got to start outlining these things. I forget.
Well, I remember. That's what I'm here for to remind you. You were talking about how delicious super brain black-eyed peppermint peas were.
That's right.
We were going to go get some as soon as we finish this up, which I guess we're done.
I guess we're done.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Like I said, I got some upstairs. We can eat some of that on the way there to get some more. So, yes, super brain black-eyed peppermint peas, Z-H. Delicious. Get to the store, get you some. It's for enhanced pondering, figuring, and recollecting. Operate faster brain-wise than 1,000,000 mega computers, and say goodbye to the privacy of memory.
We both have to go. Our podcast come out really great. We know our time is at an end. So until we meet again, we'll just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. Postcard to you we will send. If a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, 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 goodbye.
I'm telling you what, I'm looking forward to eating some of those delicious super brain black-eyed peppermint peas.
Did they ever put out coupons for them?
I don't know. I need to suggest that to them to see if they could put out some coupons, because that'd be something else. Buy one, get one free, or 50% off, or any kind of deal. That would be good on that.
I tell you, though, maybe they don't need to, because I'd pay double the price right now for some of them.
Well, don't, what you knock on wood that we ain't got to yet. I'm telling you what, for supply and demand, it may go up that high. Who knows? But if it does, it'll be well worth spending all our money on some delicious super brain black-eyed peppermint peas.